Facts First presents. Everyone laughed when he vowed to marry her in preschool, but look at him now. Did you have a crush all the way back in preschool? If so, click that like button. I remember mine. Dark hair, freckles. Her name was Jeannie, short for Janine. Man, I can't believe I'm still thinking of her like that. She would have been, what, 4 years old back then? Weird. Anyway, let's continue on. You know, some people, they do believe in true love. They believe that there's just one person out there that they were destined to be with, and finding that person's amazing. There are others who do not believe in true love. These people believe that there's just not one person destined to be with another. Those who don't believe that true love is real, they might change their mind after hearing this story. Matt and Laura met in preschool in Phoenix, Arizona. They were only 3 years old at the time, and the moment they met, they had this inseparable bond. Their parents were really surprised by their connection. They hung out together every day on the playground. They tried to be in the same playgroup during class. The two were attached at the hip, and the adults in their lives thought it was adorable. Everyone believed that in time the two would inevitably go their separate ways, as people do, and their friendship would eventually end. That's pretty common with most children who become friends at such a young age. Well, the two best friends, they didn't just spend time together in school. They often hung out together on the weekends. They didn't wait for their parents to set up the play dates either. They planned them on their own and informed their parents of their plans. Well, one day in class, Matt stood up and told his classmates and his teacher he would one day marry Laura. Well, everybody laughed. He also told his parents about his plan to marry Laura. Nobody believed the boy since he was only 3 years old. Well, when kindergarten began, Matt and Laura ended up being in different schools. Still, though, they tried to keep their friendship alive by spending time together outside of school. Unfortunately, the physical distance between the two, it created distance in their friendship as well. They both made new friends in their schools, and they made new memories. Even though they had their own lives now, the two never forgot one another. 7 years after saying goodbye to her friend, Laura began to think about him more and more. And when she saw a photo of her and Matt together when they were so young, all of those warm feelings that she had for Matt came flushing back. Well, when Laura was a freshman in high school, she was looking at the contacts on one of her friend's phones and she saw Matt's name there. Her heart almost dropped. Her friend saw her reaction and asked what it was all about. Well, Laura told her friend about her childhood sweetheart from preschool. Laura's friend decided to get Laura back in contact with Matt, and being the romantic that she is, she wanted her friend to be reunited with the love of her life. Laura sent Matt a text. He was thrilled. They decided to meet up and spend a little time together. Neither of them knew if they were ever going to have that same chemistry they did in preschool, but they wanted to find out. They met at the movies and the chemistry was still there. The two officially started dating 2 weeks after Laura's initial text. Matt and Laura dated all during high school. They went to different schools, they made sure to find time for one another after school and on the weekends. During their senior years of high school, they started to question their future. Laura was accepted to Northern Arizona University, but Matt was going to Chicago to attend Columbia. They weren't sure if they were going to be able to make it work living so far away. Well, Matt decided he did not want to lose Laura again the way he did in elementary school. He wanted to prove to Laura that they could make it work, despite the distance between them. He took her to the preschool where they met for a picnic. During the picnic, he got down on one knee and asked Laura to marry him. Laura said yes. Laura and Matt were married in December 2016. Her uncle officiated the ceremony, and during the ceremony he said, "For most kids in preschool, it's about finding your snacks and your sleeping mats. But for them, it was about finding their soulmates." Matt made good on his preschool promise. He said he'd marry Laura one day, and he did. After the wedding, Laura created a social media account and called it The Way We Met. And shortly after she started that page, it went viral. Romantics from all over the world were sharing the page and Matt and Laura's story. The story has been shared over 300,000 times. Their story is proof that people do have soulmates. There is somebody out there for everyone. This couple was lucky enough to have found each other in preschool. Everyone laughed when he vowed to marry her in preschool, but look at him now. So tell us about your first crush, or Tell us about how you met your spouse. You can do that in the comments below, and subscribe for more.